Whoa.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
That has no right to be that
That's
good.
incredible.
Today we're trying every kind of American pie.
Even the 1999 teen comedy that has aged terribly.
Not that American pie.
Okay.
The thing is, in the UK, pie is something quite different. When we think pie, we think steak and kidney.
You heard that right, kidney. But there's a guy here, David, who many say is the best in London at making American pies.
He's the king of pies.
Peinstein.
Einstein! All right, well, let's go taste this pie. Alrighty then.
Hello guys, good to see you.
So you are the pie maker, David
Welcome to
himself.
Outside of Time. Yes, I am the pie maker.
Peinstein himself.
Pie-shaped pie maker, that's me. Here we go.
Whoa, that
We're gonna start out with classic American apple pie.
classic apple pie.
I was born and raised in Mississippi. All the pies you're gonna be having are pies that I grew up on, and the variations will be sweeter and butterier. So much better for your health.
Wow. Okay.
I hope you enjoy.
Fantastic.
Thank
This is
you
like
very
comfort
much.
food pie.
Josh, it looks like an emoji. It literally looks like an emoji.
Pie. That is ridiculous. Literally, I've only ever seen pies like that in movies. I didn't know they actually exist. I guess the closest we have to this in the UK is like we do tarts.
My mouth is watering.
Roof intact.
It doesn't actually smell that strongly of apple. It smells mostly of sugar and cinnamon. And I mean that in a good way.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, child size for Ollie.
I think that I thought it might help structural integrity. It's the only time I've ever seen a pie like this in Dollywood. It was too big. Yeah, it was ridiculously big. This is more manageable size.
But
it still feels enormous.
Smell coming from this though is so much more intense. It's like they've shrunk down the size, the form factor, but also condensed all of the flavor in there.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
One word.
So spiced, yeah.
Tastes like autumn.
It literally tastes like, what do they call it in America? Fall?
Oh yeah.
Fall menu.
And falling all over the place.
You can see in there, look how much like sugary, cinnamony syrup there is dripping out. Oh, right, get down.
Is it like the corner of a lasagna?
Yeah, better. It's better. Oh my gosh, that pastry. What type of pastry is that? So buttery.
This is so good.
We're off to a great start. A lot more spiced than I was expecting.
Oh, yeah.
I think I was kind of going in expecting it to be like a McDonald's apple pie. I mean, obviously looking at it, it looks nothing like it. But that's my reference point. That's my reference point.
No, you're right. The only thing we have that's that spiced and that kind of flavor in the UK is like a scented candle. You know?
Yeah, don't eat those. Don't eat those.
No, I've tried.
Would not
Out of
recommend.
10, would not recommend. Wow.
Figured we'd go with something a little savory next. We're gonna try some Frito Pie.
Hang on a second.
Frito
We have
Pie?
taken a major
veer.
turn here. From an American classic to I've never heard of this.
You know, this particular thing is truly, I think, from my home state, so something we can be proud of. The laziness is apparent with regards to you just rip open the Frito bag, you fill it with chili, sour cream, and cheese, and you just chow down. It's lunch. When you get home from school, you just rip open a bag, you fill it up, and you eat it. You can either hold it in your hand, or you can bring it like this. So I think
This is also called a pie?
it's called a pie. It's a Frito pie.
It's so different from
It is
what we
very
just
different,
had.
but I hope you enjoy it. It's a nice little palate cleanser before we move on to more sugar.
Okay. Nice. I was wondering if this was going to get too overwhelmingly sweet and sugary. He's just thrown in a palate cleanser Frito pie. I'm genuinely at a loss for words.
There's actually crisps in there.
There's Fritos, like Frito Lays.
I don't know what Fritos are. Are they?
Yeah, they're like they're my favorite crisps.
Wow, look at that. That is that is super
You
convenient.
just picked up the whole packet.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crisp packet.
And this is the greatest thing ever.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
That has no right to be that
That's
good.
incredible.
You're so skeptical. Come here. Maybe that's the beauty of the Fritos. They don't get soggy. They still stay crispy.
That's good. It's not a pie. I think like to take liberties with
Okay.
pie.
This is about as far removed as a pie chart. you know? You know? But it's still good.
Yeah.
I love a pie chart and I love a Frito pie. This is a paid partnership with BetterHelp.
I have just become a dad. So much of life is changing. And while there's so much joy, getting therapy has really helped me to know how to process my feelings and thoughts and then communicate.
Josh, I'm so glad we're finally talking about cold water therapy.
Oh my gosh! That is not what I meant at all.
Are you talking about talking to a therapist like we better? Oh, yeah, that's a lot more pleasant than this.
You might feel like you've wanted to try therapy for a while, but just don't know where to start. Honestly, that's where I was for the longest time, but BetterHelp made it quick and easy for me.
All you have to do is answer a few questions about your needs and preferences, and then BetterHelp matches you to one of their credentialed therapists. It's all online and remote, and you can message your therapist anytime to schedule a live session for whatever's good for you.
My therapist has been a good fit for me, but if for any reason you want to switch to a new therapist, there's no additional charge.
So, although I love ice baths, consider going to betterhelp.com/jolly or clicking the link in the description to get 10% of your first month of therapy.
Wow! That is betterhelp.com/jolly or click the link in the description, 10% off your first month. Back to the video.
So this is a traditional blueberry pie.
Wow, we got double pie. Okay.
And then a southern delicacy is marriage pie. So it's when you take two different kinds of fruits and you elevate the actual pie by having the two flavors mixed together.
Marriage pie.
Happy marriage.
Yeah, so ideally. I don't know if there's a divorce pie, but
Okay.
I've never heard of one.
Okay.
So you've already had the apple and you're about to try the blueberry, and the marriage pie I made for you is a blueberry and apple pie, which is my personal favorite pie.
Do people have these at marriages?
No, it's just marriage. It's just the idea of two things coming together to make it better.
Okay, shall I try and cut it?
You should definitely cut it.
Okay.
I mean, I've never heard of a blueberry pie. All that's going through my head right now is that's a massive pie.
How many
Blueberries are tiny.
How many blueberries? I mean, that's like...
This feels like a fair game. Like, guess how many blueberries are in this pie.
What's a punnet?
5 punnet? Yeah, but punnets can be different sizes.
I would say 200 blueberries.
200?
No way. Way more.
200.
Way more.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Okay, Ollie, don't.
I believe.
Whatever you do, don't mess this up. Just don't mess it up. It's not easy. Okay, why are you fondling it on the? Okay. This is the marriage one.
This is the marriage one. Should we start with the marriage?
Yeah.
I've cut it now.
Yeah.
Okay, we're married. I'm not going to leave you at the altar, Josh.
That's not how this works. Just because we're trying marriage pie together doesn't mean we're married. Okay.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
That's wow. You can still taste the cinnamon spice.
Yeah, and the apple.
Autumnal taste of the apple.
But you've got this rich blueberry flavour. The blueberry flavour is deep. I don't think I've ever realised.
That's all the punnets.
Yeah, so many punnets.
There's so many punnets in there. That's got to be one of the happiest marriages.
That's a very happy marriage.
So
this is the blueberry pie. Wow.
Okay, now I think I'm starting to understand what punnets are. There's a lot.
There are so many blueberries in there. Oh, I really want to get that blueberry soaked bottom. Don't go there. Don't go there. I knew as soon as I said it. Blueberry soaked bottom was a phrase I immediately regretted. Look at that.
It almost looks like a preserve or a jam.
I guess we do like blackberry crumble.
Yes.
In the UK, this feels like the American equivalent.
Oh. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's a very strong blueberry flavor.
We have stepped up. That's my favourite. That's my favourite so far.
You prefer blueberry on its own rather than married?
Married? I liked
You're
it.
looking for a separation. It was a Vegas wedding. You've made it back to Mississippi, and you're like, what have I done? Yeah, getting married to my best mate.
We're both already married.
Yeah, we're both already. Yeah, it's a nightmare, really. But it did taste good at the time.
Okay, stop!
I did.
All right.
I did.
Look.
No, I was very happy to consummate that marriage.
Oh, no!
I was. Don't tell me
Let's
you
go
didn't
back to the
enjoy it.
soggy bottom.
Don't tell me
Let's
you.
go back to the soggy bottom.
Oh, how the turntables.
Look, can you see here that crust on the bottom? It literally is like soaked through with blueberry. I honestly think That's the best pie I've ever had.
Oh, okay. Well, the thing is,
When have we had a better pie other than like the savoury pie we had in Scotland? But it's a completely different thing.
also made by a legend called David.
Here we go. Oh,
Wow.
wow is right.
You truly are the Pinestein. Yeah.
Honestly, David,
Appreciate that.
best pie I've ever had right there. That is incredible.
I am glad you enjoyed that.
I could
and
have
that's
that for dessert after my dinner every day and I'd be so happy.
Yeah.
good. That's good. And you got the gooey bottom?
The gooey, you're right, it's gooey.
Gooey bottom.
Soaked up the yeah, that's a better word than soggy, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Gooey, yeah, gooey.
Gooey works a lot better.
Wow, what is this?
So we're going a little further south with this one. It's a key lime pie.
Ooh, I've heard a lot about this.
Hi, now this is key lime Florida pie by way of Mississippi.
Okay.
We're starting to learn that we tend to make everything really sweet.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So this is a little sweeter.
Oh wow. Okay.
Than, and it takes away the little, we're not a big fan of sharp, just like with the blueberries. That's gonna put you in a bit of a sugar coma, I predict.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Any Fritos involved? in
No
this one?
Fritos involved
Okay,
in
just
this.
checking. Just checking.
This is made with actual limes.
Yeah, so lime, the zests, we put a little extra sugar and some condensed milk because you can never go wrong with that. And then the topping is sweetened mascarpone and cream cheese.
Oh.
It feels like, as a recipe, you're just fighting the sourness of the lime.
Pretty much.
Right, you
That's what
start
exactly.
with the lime,
You
and you're
get
like,
the extra super sour limes.
Okay, okay,
And then
okay.
you make sure they don't taste it anymore.
This one is soft.
Does it go straight through?
Straight.
Oh my gosh, look at that!
Look at that.
Wow!
Is that? Look at that.
Amazing.
Yes, I feel like this is a fork only.
Yeah, it is.
Easy. Oh. Oh yeah.
It tastes like a blissful retirement. You know?
Florida.
Yeah. This is the first one that we've tried that 100% my 7-year-old would love. She would eat that whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, she wouldn't.
Why not?
I would stop her.
Okay, well, because it doesn't taste at all like fruit. It doesn't taste remotely healthy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Completely separated.
What is that?
So this is a shoe fly pie. So
Sorry, what?
shoe fly. There's many variations on sugar pies. So we do, in Mississippi, we do just a straight up sugar pie.
Sugar pie?
Sugar pie.
Just the main ingredient is sugar.
So yeah,
Okay,
this is sugar. This is more Pennsylvania, and it's made with molasses or sorghum. There's the closest thing you have here is dark treacle, black treacle.
That's
hard
like as
here.
rich as the UK palate
yeah,
gets.
yeah.
It is just the sugar and water, and you cook it and boil it up, and then it just kind of looks rather unattractive.
It looks
but it's
like
very
lava.
tasty. Yeah. So it just moltens, and then you let it set.
Looks like a natural disaster waiting to happen.
It really does.
He said there's a lot of variations of sugar pie, and this is one of them, and then went on to sort of describe what's in it. As far as I can tell, it's basically just sugar.
Yeah.
How does that work?
It's a 7-year-old's dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I feel like you're gonna flick it out.
Yeah, seriously, be careful. Flipping heck. Wait, what?
Come on, Josh, let's do
I've
this.
never seen anything like this before.
Let's see if it tastes like shoes or flies.
Dear Lord. Okay.
It's like treacle tart with Biscoff on top.
It's more treacly than treacle tart. It's literally like you've taken the essence of like burnt caramelized sugar and then combine that with fudge and like a pastry bottom.
That is deadly.
Wow.
It's absolutely deadly. You know what I really appreciate about that pie? Not a raisin in sight. You know, a lot of British cooks, chefs,
Okay, yeah.
grannies,
They throw raisins in there.
they'd be very tempted to throw a raisin in there.
Okay.
That is prime raisin territory.
Is it? Okay.
And a raisin would ruin it. As I've said many, many times,
You are so
a raisin would
anti-raisin.
absolutely ruin that. It would go from being delightful to disgusting in one fell swoop.
I've got something good for you. I heard you saying how much you loved raisins in a pie.
Oh.
Well,
Are you kidding?
to keep us going, this is a funeral pie.
Okay, a funeral. We've had the marriage, now skipping straight to the funeral.
Straight to the end.
Okay.
So it's a funeral pie, so it is a raisin sour cream pie.
Kill me now.
Yeah.
Honestly, kill me now.
Wait.
Yeah, this is my funeral.
I've got some cream. You were talking about cream as well. I got some cream for you to put on it.
Hang on. Yeah,
right.
I can't believe
This is
you don't want it.
I am so livid. I'm so livid right now.
We literally have a raisin pie. Okay.
Like it?
No.
Oh, you don't personally like this? You baked it.
I hate this pie. That's why I thought it was really funny when you said hate raisins. I don't understand why they're in there.
Ah, you don't like raisins in things either.
But otherwise, enjoy.
So livid.
dense.
This has been such a lovely experience. And then Revenge of the Raisins. All right, I need to keep an open mind. Everything we tried so far has been amazing.
Okay, it's a very small bite you're having.
All right,
Come on
fine,
then.
I'll have some more
Wuss out.
of this sour cream and raisin pie. It's literally...
I love raisins,
I feel like you're trolling us, David. you just did some background research on me and you're like...
And realized this was the perfect pie, yeah.
Okay.
What does that remind me of? It reminds me of something.
It tastes a little bit like pumpkin pie.
It does taste a little bit like pumpkin pie.
Similar spice.
That's sacrilege.
Sacrilege?
Yeah, don't say that. You're
Okay,
about to have
sorry.
pumpkin pie. It's delicious. That, to me, I've always equated that to dirt, because it just...
To dirt?
That's the only thing I can figure why it's funeral pie. It's just got this packed earth.
Because they bury you in the dirt.
Yes.
We obviously don't know which one of us will die first. Hopefully it'll be me, because I'll be really sad when you die. But
Such weird reasoning,
can you, if you are still alive at the time of my funeral, can you make sure this is served?
Mate, ditto.
Because
Ditto.
I want everyone to be really, really sad at my funeral.
Oh!
And I think this will make them sad. This will make them even more sad. Oh, I just see what's in your hand.
So I brought a classic. This is we got a pecan pie.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the best, or as you say here, pecan.
Pecan.
Yeah, I never know how to pronounce. How do you pronounce this?
In the South, because we have trees. I had a tree in the backyard. The best thing coming home from school is just to knock the tree and eat some pecans. But we say pecan.
You had a pecan tree.
Pecan tree, yeah.
Wow.
I honestly did not know they grew on trees.
No. It looks perfect, doesn't it?
That is a work of art.
It's nice as well to have someone guide us through the pronunciation. It's like you're trying to get to the Khan and you just trip up on the way there. Pecan. Right, that's how I'm going to remember it. Pecan.
Okay. The first time we ever had this in the South, that was the first time I realised, just pie in America is a completely different ballgame. Like, we don't have anything like this in the UK. I flipping love pecan pie.
Oh!
Holy that is treacly, syrupy, delicious looking.
Pecan! Initially, it just tastes sweet, but then you get that burnt sugar flavour. And it's like sticky toffee pudding.
And the nutty pecans come through. The different textures. Again, this one really gooey bottom, or as we like to say, soggy bottom. That's tough to beat, man.
Save room. There's still 2 more to go.
We have 2 more. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've done classic Thanksgiving.
Oh, you're taking that
with
way.
this. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, so that's a classic Thanksgiving.
This and pumpkin, which is what's in front of you, are 2 pretty much traditional. Any Thanksgiving table you come up.
It's very brown.
Well, I use dark brown sugar to make it. So there's pumpkin, dark brown sugar, cream, of course, butter. But it's good, very healthy, because this is vegetable. It's a root vegetable, good for you.
There you go, vegetables, veggies. At this point, it's a balanced diet.
We're basically eating a salad. We're entering the fall area.
Yeah,
the fall area of pies. Much like trees in the fall, I'm ready to drop my leaves and go into hibernation.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Look at that.
It's dense.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Ooh. That is lovely. Oh, that's a real change of pace. My reference point for pumpkin pie is like the Costco pumpkin pie. Doesn't actually really taste like actual pumpkin. Like that tastes like real pumpkin.
I mean this in the best possible way. It tastes nothing like a pumpkin spice latte. Absolutely nothing like it.
That is delicious.
It's really good.
I've never had pumpkin pie.
You never had pumpkin pie? That is very, very good. Pumpkin
Probably
pie.
the best you've ever had.
That's not just any.
The best pumpkin pie. It was very Christmassy. We don't do Thanksgiving in the UK.
Yeah, because we don't have that barrier in mid-November for Thanksgiving, so we just follow through, and then we do it all at Christmas. Whereas the Americans, they've got all this out of the way by the time of Christmas. They're going to just focus on Coca-Cola and presents.
Wow. That's not upsetting at all.
Wow!
So
look at that!
This is our last pie we have, or piece de resistance. This is a sweet potato pie. This is true Southern, so it's a variation on the pumpkin pie, but it's made with boiled potato. And it's got a meringue top.
Wow.
That is beautiful.
I wouldn't be as surprised if a clown came out from behind there and smashed it in my face.
Yeah, it's picture perfect. Wow, look at the texture of that. Sweet potato pie.
It's beautiful, isn't
Really
it? It
beautiful.
really is.
Oh my gosh.
That's the best slice
Well
yet.
done. Well done.
Okay. Right, Josh, in the spirit of Thanksgiving,
Yes.
shall we say what we're thankful for
Okay.
before we have this bite? I'm thankful for David,
Yeah, and pie.
the Pinestein,
Yeah.
of Outsider Tart here in Hammersmith. If you want to try legit American pie here in London,
Seriously, come
it
check this
doesn't
place out.
get much better than Outsider Tart.
All right, you're throwing your pie everywhere while talking
Can we
about
editors
it.
get rid of that? I'm thankful for the editors who will remove that.
I'm thankful for all the Jollybeans that are going to love to watch that. Oh, yeah, no, and again. He's just, now he's using his hands. It's just complete, making a real pie of himself.
Okay. All right.
Oh, what are you doing? Cheers, guys. Yeah. Holy moly, that's good. That's sweet potato?
That might be my favorite. It's definitely in the top 3.
This has to be tasted to be believed. I guess it does look beautiful
Say that.
for all the audience.
Yeah. It's like going on radio and be like, it has to be seen to be believed.
Look. If you've never had this before, honestly though, you need to try it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.